guys, it's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 198. And before I go any further, I know you guys are probably, there's no probably, you are seeing this video very, very late by my standards for uploads. And a big part of the reason why is I've been having to deal with some trolls. Trolls are getting very out of control on this channel, particularly on my older videos. And I've been going back and forth with YouTube and just seeking out help because I've had some trolls go through and file trademark disputes and copyright claims and just bullshit on videos that I know damn well fall within the rights of fair use. I know damn well that my titles are not misleading, and I'm just looking at it. In particular, there's one video where it says Naruto Shippuden episode. I forgot the episode number, but it says review, and that's the first fucking thing that you see. So when you see the fucking video, you know, like, oh shit, this is a fucking review. So I don't like. I'm very wound up right now because when I tell you the shit's getting out of hand, the shit's getting out of hand, and I almost started not to do this review. I did my Bleach review earlier this morning, and all of a sudden my phone started blowing up because I had cut the Gmail email icon off, where you get the alerts. So I cut it on, and I started seeing, oh shit, I only have a certain amount of time to respond to this shit. So I apologize, guys. I'm taking some steps to deal with the trolls so this shit doesn't happen again. So without any further ado, let's dive into the chapter. Alright, so chapter 198, this was very interesting because Crocodile says some shit to Vivi that I found very interesting. And Crocodile's whole philosophical stuff with Vivi telling her, like, look, if you would have told the Royal Guard before, you could have saved thousands of lives. But you try to save everyone. That is naive. And him saying that to her made a bigger impact on me than Luffy just showing up out of nowhere like, Crocodile, you son of a bitch, you took my Pokemon. Motherfuckers be playing Pokemon Go and shit. Like, that's how Luffy was acting in this bitch, right? Or I guess Crocodile ate his meat. Oh, that sounds so fucked up. Oh shit. Okay, sorry about that. I gotta take this shit out, and that's out of line. But Luffy's entrance, while that was big, I thought Crocodile stuff was bigger because once again, it just speaks to Vivi's character development, okay? Because she's getting flashbacks of just different people like Ingram and Koza's dad, and even with her dad, and her dad has a nice shot where he's thinking, is this how it ends? And so you see this build up with Vivi, and you see herself kind of questioning herself. And Crocodile is holding her over the edge of the palace. He's getting ready to drop her ass off, right? And you can just see her wavering. And Crocodile says, I've laughed at you from the beginning. You spied on my organization for 2 years. Good job. But bitch, it's over. That's the stance Crocodile is taking. So seeing how Crocodile handled it, once again, like, that's why Crocodile is joining my list of characters I fucking love. Like, he's almost up there with Shishio for me as far as anime and manga villains. Okay, he's almost there. Certainly not on the level of Aizen, where that fucker today, spoiler alert, but that fucker today says, you are bot, welcome to my soul society. It's like, dude, you're in a chair. You can't do shit right now. But you're talking shit. Like, Crocodile's on that level for me because, well, not on Aizen's level, but like getting into my upper tier of villains because, again, this guy, he plays the background. But at the same time, when Crocodile decides to step forward, so many things are just going in motion all at once. And that's the beautiful thing. Like, Crocodile in the background the whole time. And when he comes out, all of a sudden, the numbered agents are going out and they're causing hell in Alabasta. He's taking the fucking castle. He's got Koza lying on the ground shot. Basically, Koza's pleading with his rebels, please don't attack. He's got Baroque Works members in the rebel camp as well as on the outside. So they're on both ends. Like, Crocodile, it's literally like the perfect storm. The perfect storm. And the fact that he's been setting this shit up for years. Oh, man. Like, fuck it. I'm putting Crocodile on my top 5 One Piece favorite characters list. Like, I fucking love Crocodile, man. Like, I fucking love Crocodile. If there's a Crocodile, this to tell you how much, right? If there's a Crocodile One Piece figure, I'm gonna buy that shit. Like, that's how it is. Like, the only other character I've gotten really close to wanting to buy is Zoro. Like, so that should tell you something. I might fuck around about Crocodile shit before Zoro. So, without any further ado, let's just go backtrack a little bit and talk about Koza. The thing about Koza is Koza, he's pleading with his rebels, and that just speaks huge amounts of volumes to me, okay? And the reason why is I could see Koza being this proud person. And again, for him to own up to that and say, I know that I made some bad decisions with this, but I gotta have peace. It just shows you that he loves his country. You know it when he's rising against the king. And he had that trait when he was younger, because he stood up to the king. He basically got into it with the princess of the country. So we know Koza has the balls. He has the traits of a good quality leader. But at the same time, just seeing him begging and pleading, like, please stop, don't attack the royal guards. Like, to see that, or the royal officers, to see that, man, if I had a hat on right now, I would tip that shit for Koza, because he's trying to take the higher road and do what's best for his country, even if it means having to admit defeat. It takes a real big man to do that, man. Like, that is good. And then you have like the guy in Baroque Works who fired off the shot. I know I left that out yesterday. A couple of you guys were saying, hey, did you miss this, man? Like, you didn't talk about this. You know, I'm gonna reiterate again. If I leave something out, like 9 times out of 10, if I leave it out, it's because when I read it, it doesn't check off my list of just super important stuff. You know, we've seen the guy the first time, like when he fired off the shot and he had the little smirk, you knew that it was going to kind of come back in. And it didn't show him shooting the shot. It showed him in this chapter, but it didn't show him last chapter. So that's why I'm talking about him now, is because we actually see him now. He's got the gun. And then one of Koza's men is like, oh, not Koza's men, one of the royal guys is like, why'd you do that? So that's why I left it out, because I had a feeling since he wasn't in this one or the chapter before, he was going to show up in this one. So that's why I kind of left it in. I appreciate you guys. That wasn't like a nitpick or nothing. I appreciate it. You know, you guys keep me on my toes. I totally appreciate it. But, you know, overall, pretty good chapter. Pretty good. There was one other thing just on this. I like how Robin, or Miss All Sunday, she compliments Vivi and says, you did a pretty good job. And the thing about Robin is I'm getting very strong Itachi Uchiha vibes. Like, I can't figure this bitch out, okay? It's like Robin really reminds me of somebody I used to work with who we would talk and it would be green light, yellow light, green light, red light, no, not red light, green light, yellow light, like back and forth, back and forth. Like, at one point she asked me out and then she flaked on me, then I asked her out, and then I did some petty shit and never followed up with her. Like, we just kind of went back and forth and some more shit, you know? And that's the vibe I'm getting with Robin. Robin has an end game, but she's playing. I don't know why she's playing around right now, but Miss All Sunday, like, that's number 3 on my list for this chapter. I don't know what the fuck her end game is. But looks like Luffy and Crocodile Part 2 is coming, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Luffy, I'm really interested to see how Luffy defeats Crocodile, because we're at the climax of the chapter right now. So I'm really interested to see. This is right up there with, I feel like right now, there should be a big enough gap between Crocodile and Luffy, similar to how there's a gap between Yhwach and Ichigo, to where Luffy conceivably should not be able to win. But I'm sure Oda's going to write a decent way for that to happen. It's not going to be like with Kubo and Ichigo. Ichigo's going to get this massive power up sometime in the next 2 chapters and defeat Yhwach. But enough with the rambling, guys. That's it for this review. My chapter question for you guys is going to be, who were you more impressed with? Were you more impressed with Koza continuing to plead with the rebels? Were you more impressed with just seeing the fruition of Crocodile's plans come to play? and how Crocodile tells her, if you can stop this sandstorm, you could have stopped the rebellion. Just that arrogance in Crocodile. Were you impressed by that? Or were you impressed by Vivi? Even when she was wavering, she still held on to her belief that she could stop Crocodile. Even when she had those flashbacks, she still thought, I can do what's best for my country. Or were you more impressed with Luffy just showing up in this bitch like, Crocodile? Like, which one were you into? But guys, that's it for this. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.